KMAC action hits the streets of Mount Gilead as the Lady Indians are looking to get themselves over 500 here tonight, taking on one of the bottom feeders in the KMAC. The Danville Lady Blue Devils looking to turn the tide here as the second rotation of conference play begins here on a Wednesday night. We'll have your live and free coverage coming up next here on the OH Report.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to watch The Joe Show every Wednesday night. I'm back.
It's time now for your pregame show presented to you by Morrow County Jobs and Family Services. Jonathan Langdon alongside Cray Faldy as we've got some KMAC action here on a Wednesday night. Lady Indians from Mount Gilead playing host to the Danville Lady Blue Devils. Two teams that struggled a little bit in the first half of KMAC play, but a new half is on the horizon here tonight, and there's an opportunity for both of these teams to come out with a win.
Oh, absolutely. Last time they played, it was such a close game, 61-57 in favor of Mount Gilead, the closest loss, per se, by Danville of the season. But Mount Gilead had an opportunity to go above 500 for first time this season, and then Danville looking to maybe play 500 the last half of the season. So it'll be exciting to see in this weeknight KMAC action.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the Danville Blue Devils, who come in as the underdogs today, as they've been for majority of the season. But I mean, that 1-10 record, it could be deceiving because you look at how close some of these games have been. They had a really good win on the road at East Knox over this past week, and then they played Newark Catholic, who's 4-7. Pretty good, solid season in the LCL for them, only losing by 1 to those Green Waves. So I mean, good bag of results here as of late, other than that Northridge game.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything's happened wonderfully so far in 26 other than a W. But all you're looking for as a coach of a team with that record is improvement along the way. And like I said, maybe they can go for a 500 record here in the last half.
Yeah, Bree Stotts in her second season leading the charge has some great players, and none are going to be greater than one of the two Kendalls playing tonight. So Kendal Lepley for the Blue Devils is the leading scorer, 10.5 points per game. Also good defensively, probably their best defender, 1.7 steals, and also gets in there on the glass. So this is a Danville team that, quite frankly, misses a lot of shots, so that they get a lot of rebounds. They're one of the top rebounding teams in the KMAC, but they can use that to their advantage tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have to, but just keep shooting away, and maybe one of these nights when you shoot 30-40% instead of, I believe they're 16 or 18% from the three-point line. So maybe tighten it up a little bit, try to get yourself inside, get some buckets in that way, and maybe your percentages go up.
And then for Mount Gilead, it's another team that's struggling to shoot from the field. I mean, they're 5-5 on the year, 2-3 in the KMAC. Those two games that they won in the league were in a row. So you're looking at them, and I'm also looking at the numbers, 33% from the field, 17% from three. They're cold.
Yeah, definitely. But once again, you got another half of the season to go, and you can only look for it to become even better. But, when you're struggling only about scoring about, 40 points a game, you're going to have to find some different ways to maybe get the ball once again. Same thing as Danville. Get the ball inside, get a better opportunity for a higher shooting percentage.
So they'll be looking for the offense to find a spark here today against Danville. And one of the players that I think is going to help them do that is the other Kendall playing in this one tonight, Kendall Neal. It's kind of that all-around star that Mount Gilead has at the point guard position, breaking records, in fact. She had a 13-assist game early in the year. That's all-time single-game record for Mount Gilead, so she has that under her belt. She's going for the all-time season record, averaging 5.5 a game.
Well, that's outstanding. And maybe because of her, their shooting percentage can increase. Certainly that game where she had 13, they probably had a good shooting percentage for that game. So great all-around player, like you said. Plenty of steals to go along with those assists and points.
Yeah, top 10 scorer in the league, top 5 in steals, and in the Battle of 42 that they just played over the weekend in their 36-30 win over Cardington, she scored 8 of those points, also had plenty of dimes to go along with it, too. Let's go ahead. We've got plenty of time here just to kind of talk about these two teams and get into some keys to victory. And Danville, they lead the KMAC in turnovers, and it's not necessarily close. So if you want to turn things around, it's going to have to come up here, and I'm pointing to my brain for anybody that can't see us, but it's going to have to come up here first.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to think before you act is a great way of putting it. Maybe slow down just a little bit. Don't try to force things. Let things come to you.
Also find the hot hand. They've also got, of course, Kendall Lepley does lead them in scoring, but they have some other options that they can go for. I would argue also to say that they don't have that star scorer per se, even though Kendall does lead in the statistical category. So you can find whoever's hot today and just keep feeding them and see if you can crack through that Mount Gilead defense with a brewing star for this young team that, in fact, doesn't have any seniors, which is always fun to watch for a Danville squad like this. And then for Mount Gilead, driving and kicking, and then try to find that clutch gene towards the end of games where Danville slipped up in some closer games, so you have that edge already.
Right, and you've had a little bit of success versus Danville, so you're right, late in the game. Advantage would be theirs as far as clutch goes, but could be a really good one tonight. Danville thought they could have beat them last time. Maybe an opportunity to do it here on the road.
So Danville getting their final warm-ups in, and one final huddle on the other side for Mount Gilead. As these two teams will battle it out. They started the KMAC schedule against each other. It was a win for MG. They won it 61-57. It was actually one of the higher scoring games from this Mount Gilead team as of late.
Yeah, and for both teams, actually, it could have been their high scoring of the season, being it was very early, and you thought to yourself, wow, look at these offensive squads that we have here, but it's totally turned the opposite way for both squads. Looking for probably a lower scoring game tonight would be my guess, but you never know. Styles make games.
So hope you're going to stick with us here this entire game. Should be a fun one between Danville and Mount Gilead on the girls' hoop side on this Wednesday night. We'll take a break, come back with tip-off, also your starters. We'll go through them momentarily on the OH Report.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to watch The Joe Show every Wednesday night. I'm back.
Time for tip-off here momentarily. Jonathan Langdon alongside Craig Faldy, your favorite KMAC duo, as Danville takes on Mount Gilead here on a special Wednesday evening of girls hoops. Mount Gilead 5-5 on the year. They want to get over 500. Danville wants to get their second win of the season here today in the first game of the second rotation of KMAC play. These two teams opened up the league earlier on in the season. It was a 61-57 win for Mount Gilead. So some vengeance being searched for by Danville here today with a team that they were competitive with in the KMAC. They can't say that about too many of those teams in that first half of the schedule.
Correct. So they do remember that, saying, hey, this is an opportunity to get maybe a couple, 3 more wins in the KMAC here for the rest of the season. Here's a perfect night to do it, to get an extra win. And for Mount Gilead, trying to become in the top half of the league by having a good second half of the season. And it looks like they started relatively well here in 2026.
Taking a look at the starters for both sides, we'll start with the visiting Danville Lady Blue Devils. Kendall Lepley, our player spotlight, wears number 2. She's a junior 5'7" guard. Kenzie Stotts, coach's daughter, wears number 3, junior 5'7" guard. Kelsey Hackman, number 4, is another junior, stands 5'7". And you're going to notice a trend here out of the starting lineup. Another junior, Zoe Netzout, 6'1" post, and then another junior, Brooklyn Carter. So everybody out on the floor, going to be back next year for this Danville team. Brooklyn is a 5'9" post. On the other side for Mount Gilead, they're getting announced here on the floor currently. Kendall Neal, our player spotlight, wears number 3. She is a senior, leading passer in the KMAC. Also, Kenley Trainer, one of the leading rebounders, top 5 in rebounding. She wears number 12 as a junior. Youngest player in the starting lineup for both teams is Bailey Balt. She wears number 14 as the sophomore. Danny Polcati, the leading scorer for this KMAC side with Mount Gilead. Also the second leading scorer in the KMAC. She is a senior. And then wrapping things up, Cassidy Irwin wears number 25. She is a senior, averaging 6 points and 5.5 rebounds per game. Mount Gilead, their head coach is Danielle Balt in her first full season as the head coach. And for Danville, it's Bree Stotts in her second season with these Lady Blue Devils. Danville wearing black, Mount Gilead wearing white.
Both coaches new to the profession of varsity high school basketball pretty much. So it'll be exciting to see what kind of adjustments they make in between the quarters at timeouts and especially at halftime.
So Netzout will jump it up with Polcati. And one of the issues for this MG team has been height. They don't have too much of it on this squad, so pretty unfair jump. However, Mount Gilead does win it, so they're going to start out with the basketball.
Yeah, it certainly did not go up in a straight flight.
Polcati, 16 points per game. Can't get the layup to go on the right side of the basket. So quick shot for Mount Gilead. Danville will bring it up the floor with Stotts.
And you would think statistically we'd have a low-scoring game, but last time they played, they scored 118 points between them.
And one of the best offensive games for both teams in that KMAC opener already a month ago. I mean, this season is flying by, Cray, as we're already in the second half of action, as Carter inside cannot finish. So 2 missed layups start out tonight's proceedings.
Yeah, seasons go by fast, but then March Madness comes, or the high school playoffs in February.
Best time of the year, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I would say all sports, in my humble opinion. Turnover for Mount Gilead as a takeaway here from Lepley as she leads to break up the floor, tries to bank one home, can't get it to go, and Carter will bounce that one out of bounds.
Little full court press here.
Yeah.
Yep. Straight man to man.
Kendall will be the one to inbound here.
I did notice that the JV Danville girls were playing very aggressive defense.
See if that picks up here for Danville as they nearly get a steal. However, ends up back with Polcati, tries to dish it in, and Irwin has to dive to the floor to get it. We'll see our first jump ball of the day, and arrow points towards Danville as Mount Gilead won the tip. Mount Gilead on a 3-game winning streak against Danville. The last time they lost to the Lady Blue Devils was January of 2024. And if you're like me and you completely passed by the new year, yes it is 2026 as Lepley knocks in the 3. I slept through the ball drop.
I haven't seen the ball drop for about 15 years.
I was frustrated as could be about that Ohio State game on New Year's Eve that I totally forgot the ball was dropping.
Yeah, it was frustrating. I was even on vacation and we had to change our plans just because that darn ball game was on. But hey, they gave it enough return in the second half.
Well, Kendall Lepley gets the first score of the game. Kendall Neal on the basketball here. Zips it near side. Bailey Balt takes the screen and gets it back out to the perimeter. Volcati steps into a top of the key three. That's where she likes to shoot it. She'll tie things up.
Hey, how about that? Both teams with their first three going in, considering they're both under 20% on the season.
Netzel puts it on the deck and loses it. Neal scoops up the steal. She'll slow it down and let her teammates get down the floor. Bolt around a screen, decides to pop it.
I wonder if that was deflected at all. That may have been deflected, and the official says, outside official says no.
Take a look at it again
Not
here.
likely for her to shoot that far off.
Yeah, Mike Sayers Farms brings you the replays here today.
We're going to consider that a good no call then.
Netzel on the right wing. She'll throw one up. That's a line drive that drops.
Well, we talked in the pregame about, hey, let the ball rip.
However it goes in, it goes in. Try to sneak one inside, and a couple turnovers piling up for Mount Gilead. Kendall Lepley coast to coast, too hard off the glass. And we'll stay here with Danville. Let's go back to that three-pointer. I mean,
that was a not much arch on that one. She could do that probably in my living room.
Hackman commands the ball, gets it back out to Netzel. She's hot, folks. It's 9-3. 2-on-1 the other way. Indians with Trainer. That ball hits the back iron. See if Danville continues to test their luck from deep.
Hey, you might as well shoot the threes. 100% right now.
Stotts kicks to the corner. Hackman takes the baseline. A lot of contact, no call.
There was a lot of contact on that. Let's just call that a block shot.
Yeah, rebound by Trainer. Other way now, Neal. Kendall looking for the pick and roll. Good coverage by Danville. You kind of see Irwin out on the perimeter just trying to force some of the bigger presences for Danville out of the paint. This ball will be deflected out in favor of the Indians.
Yeah, just almost made that good pass where girl cutting back door. Looked like she had an open layup, but deflection.
Lob over the top, and Irwin catches, fires, no. Carter the rebound. And Danville with a two-possession lead here early, halfway through the first.
Mount Gilead must be thinking, what is it with this Danville team? 1-10. Barely beat them the first time, and we're already down by 6.
And a team that shoots 18% from three has come out, I think they're probably at about 60% right now. Stotts into the post, taken away. Nice job getting in there by Kenley Trainer.
A lot of turnovers here in the first quarter, going both ways. 7 turnovers in the first quarter.
And this ball's poked. Hackman.
Hey, never give up off the deflection.
The strip and score. And a timeout from Mount Gilead as Danielle Balt wants to chat.
And the visiting Danville Lady Blue Devils coming out smoking 11-3.
And Brian tried to warn me on Monday. He was talking about this Danville team that he saw beat East Knox on the road and how they've kind of started to come to play. And they feel like that they can pull off some upsets in the KMAC in the second half of the year, and here they are firing away on all cylinders.
Yeah, high potential. I mean, think about it. They lost 2 very close games here coming off of the Christmas break. Looking very good right now. And beating East Knox, a team that actually was the first team to beat Centerburg this year, early in the season. So,
yeah, if you were with us on the OH.REPORT podcast, I said, and I quote, the KMAC on the girls' side is a mess right now. It's just, there's just a lot of 2-loss teams. It feels like anyone can be anyone on any given day in the KMAC right now.
And they've been doing it this season. So the last half, this January should be very exciting. Trying to get yourself not only in the upper echelon in the league, but also getting yourself a good seed for the tournaments behind the conference itself.
So Mount Gilead will take over on the baseline.
Only 1 for 5 here shooting in the first quarter is Mount Gilead, and their only make is their only 3 attempt.
Daniel Polcati with the only points of the game for Mount Gilead, but not for long, as Kenley Trainer lays one in, gets a coach's point out of the timeout.
You always like to see a set play like that after a timeout to be successful.
Shout out a couple comments watching live and free with us here today. Josh Johnson asking, are these going to be on YouTube and Facebook only? Yes, that is the answer. Actually, we also are on the NFHS network as Stotts floats one in. Also, shout out to Janet cheering on the Lady Indians, as is Carolyn Curtis and Deb Reddick. And then Sheila, go blue.
Keep the comments coming, folks. We'd like to read them off for you.
Netzel has already hit 2 threes. She'll step in this time, and a nice pass. She finds Carter.
This is a whole different team from 2025 to now.
And we got a foul before the inbound.
The first foul of the game.
So they call that one on Stotts.
Not sure what she did there. Must have been something off the ball.
I mean, 6 minutes gone, 15 points on the board. That's really good if you're looking at this Danville team that has struggled to score lately.
They're saving it all for this one night, I imagine.
They've been anticipating this. I mean, they were within 4 points of these Lady Indians first time they met. And they lost on their home floor. They wanted to try and return the favor as Netzel gets the steal and misses the layup. And Neal crashes in for the board. Football pass as she finds Polcati in the lane. Looking at speed out of this game as Danielle's got 5 of the 7 points for the Lady Indians. Hackman zips a pass over to Stotts. Tries to drive. 2-man game right now for Danville. Step back for Hackman, way off.
Step back next time. She's going to probably want to step into that.
Irwin in the post with a hook shot. We may be on pace for another 60-point game for both of these teams.
Something about these two teams, neither one wants to be all that aggressive on defense, and the shots are falling.
Hackman thought twice about a 3 after missing the one in the last possession. This ball tipped out by Mount Gilead. Kylie Whipple is in for the first time. Kylie actually started in the game against Cardington where they won because she was tasked to guard London Blevins, one of the better guards in the KMAC. Held her to just 4 points in that game.
Oh, that's impressive for sure.
40 seconds left. Netzel tries again. Not able to keep the luck going. As this ball will roll out, last off of Neal.
5th turnover of the first quarter by Mount Gilead. This quarter's gone by awfully quick, a whole lot faster than that JV game.
Yeah,
which seemed to last 2 hours.
Shout out to Coach Mike Reed, the football coach here at Mount Gilead. I went down to talk to him for a while. I went out and talked to him at the beginning of the third quarter. We talked for about 30 minutes. There was still 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Carter steps out, short on the 3, nothing but net.
That was nothing but net.
Polcati hands off to Neal. 10 seconds left in the first. Works its way to Whipple. Flashing to the basket, a block, but a foul as Trainer's going to go shoot 2 with 5.6 to go.
Only the second foul of the game. First free throw attempts for either team with 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Kenley Trainer also got some high praise from that Cardington win. She was in foul trouble that entire game. She didn't get too much time until the fourth quarter, and that was where she came in, had some big buckets at the end, played some good defense on Jill Bertkey, who's one of the top bigs in the KMAC, as she goes 2 for 2 at the line. 2 seconds left. We'll see one last shot, and it misses long for Lepley. And that will end our first quarter. Danville and Mount Gilead, offensive storm here in the first quarter as it's 15-11. We'll take a break.
Unexpected.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Mount Gilead coming out of the huddle. They're riding a 6-0 run. Thanks to a couple of buckets inside. That one from Danielle Polcati, second leading scorer in the KMAC. Also got a nice hook shot from Cassidy Irwin, and also some free throws by Kemley Trainer to end the first. They were down 15-5. Now it's a manageable 15-11.
And Danville, after starting 3 for 3 from the three-point line, ended up 0 for 4 in the last half of the quarter.
And then also we referenced that Mount Gilead win over Cardington a few times. As a fight for the ball here, still being fought for right around the free throw line. We'll have a jump ball arrow towards Danville. But, I mean, Mount Gilead just gave up 15 points to Danville in a first quarter, where a couple games ago they played Cardington and only gave up 30 in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Like doubled the score there. But they played last time, it was 15 points per quarter, so par for the course.
How about Carter?
Wow. That's a nice, strong move. Using her body well. Danville with some pretty good pressure.
Some nice
on
tough
defense.
Buckets today as Netzel reaches in. Able to cleanly get the steal. Nobody picks her up on the right wing. She'll work it out to Lepley, top of the key. Off glass, off to the right, and a long rebound for Irwin.
A little wide open shot. Definitely want her taking that one. There's nobody close to her.
Double screen for Danny. Sets her feet, shoots off to the left. Long rebound for Danville as Hackman waits for some help.
She thought about shooting it.
Instead, the ball will continue to move.
Ooh, there's some steps right there, yep.
Good call from the official. We'll head the other way. Netzel had a great first quarter, knocked down 2 threes, had a dime inside to Carter as well. But there, just a little shuffle of the feet, as Cray said.
You know, Danville doing a nice job making that inbound pass a little difficult for Mount Gilead right now.
Polcati dishes inside. Irwin having her way in the paint. Already
nice,
30 points here in this
Nice bounce
half.
pass inside there.
So that makes it 4 points for Cassidy Irwin. Carter puts her head down, gives it off to Lepley. Cookies taken away by Polcati, and then right back to Danville.
Turnovers piling up here in the first half. 6 on Danville, 7 on Mount Gilead.
Netzel looking for three-pointer number 3.
Puts a lead up to 7.
Whipple wraps around a screen, a bump from Carter. Still fighting for the basketball. She'll scoop it up. Irwin steps in, mid-range jumper off the back iron.
It's a nice checkout by the Danville.
And the Lady Blue Devils at 1-10, lead by 7 here in this second quarter. Don't be fooled by the records, folks. This KMAC this season is wide open.
Yeah. Top to bottom, you don't know what's going to happen any given night.
Netzel catches again, works it around to Stotts. Good perimeter passing from Danville in this half.
Yeah, both teams very methodical on offense.
And they're moving without the basketball. That's something we didn't see yesterday in our game between Fredericktown and Northmore.
Concur with that.
Lepley gets a screen, open space, can't knock down the three. She's cold from there. And here goes Mount Gilead. Ahead of the pack, Polcati stops at the left wing. No good, rebound Trainer, out to Irwin, she'll shoot it. Rim's not being nice to Mount Gilead today. Works it around to Neal, open for three. Another miss, another offensive rebound, another block, and then now a foul.
4 shots, 4 offensive rebounds, and now they get the prize at the end as 2 free throws.
Was my play-by-play all right there? There was a lot going on.
I don't know how you would keep up with that action.
Good thing we're not calling for radio. Polcati at the line. First shot's a swish.
Only the 3rd foul in the game entire. It's 12 minutes in here. 3 fouls on Danville, and no fouls yet against Mount Gilead. We like a nice clean game here late at night.
And Danny knocks down both free throws. It looks like sub will come in for Danville. Macy Samples getting her first action today, number 5 in black. As is Riley Johnston, sophomore 5'2" guard, wearing number 11. Johnston kicks it to Stotts, and she bakes in the three. I mean, if this is how Danville's going to shoot today, I don't think Mount Gilead's going to be happy with that, and they may have to do a lot of drawing up in the halftime locker rooms.
Yeah, maybe have to do maybe even like a high zone or something a little bit different. Just not expecting them to knock down that many threes. Of course, a little gift on that last one.
And this one thrown away by Neal. She was looking for Bolt, who ended up cutting away from the ball.
Danville, Mount Gilead will come back, get within 4 or 5 points, and then Danville will hit one of those crazy threes. And here we are again with an 8-point deficit for the visiting team.
Now Gilead going to stay in man. They just have to start crowding that perimeter. Now you can understand why they haven't, because Danville shoots 18% from the field. They got a foul here. It looks like we'll go the other way. Good hustle by Charlie Brannon. But I mean, you come in, both of these teams shooting under 20% from three. It's not in your game plan, I don't think at all.
But tonight they're not afraid to pull the trigger either way. Yeah. And hey, maybe that's part of the winter break that they had. That hey, let's start trying to get it inside and then take some wide open threes, and maybe not any contested ones.
I had known that about Mount Gilead. I knew that their identity was a lot of their identity was in shooting threes, and just the fact that in the first half of the season they haven't been hitting. So they're going to keep shooting just to try to get out of this rut they're in. But on the other side for Danville, it's been unexpected seeing what they've put out here in this first half as Trainer misses inside. Johnston rips through, stripped, and Polcati's fouled as she tried to start the fast break.
Second straight possession with a turnover followed by a foul. Just frustration fouls are what we used to call those. Try to avoid those as much. If you make a mistake, turn around, go to the other end. Play some good defense.
Quick move in first half here.
Oh, whoa, and they substitute while the ball's being dribbled.
And miscommunication there from the officials. Looks like Carter's going to have to wait for the next dead ball here.
Yeah, once you've inbounded the ball, they have to stay stationary and not allowed the substitution. At least not on Tuesday night here in Mount Gilead.
It's a Wednesday.
Or Wednesday.
I know,
that's even worse.
Irwin keeps her pivot alive. And she's had some great looks at the rim, just has not been kind to her today.
They have missed, Mount Gilead has missed their last 7 shots. Still within 8 though.
Johnston to Stotts. Hand off, another 3 going up. Line drive misses off to the right from Macy Samples. And a 5-on-4 here if Mount Gilead decides to take it. Polcati attacks the rim, draws a foul, and she's headed back to the line. But you saw a Danville player go off or fall down, and the numbers were there.
Yeah, and they took advantage of it. Took it all by herself. That's the 6th foul this first half on the visiting Danville Lady Blue Devils. And 5 for 5 from the line so far.
Polcati's 3 for 3 herself. Danny, 67% free throw shooter. I know that's a number a lot of people like right now. League honorable mention last year for Polcati. She's the only returning honoree, even though there were a couple of players on that Mount Gilead team last year that I thought deserved some shouts, as Irwin was one of those players I was about to mention, but she loses that one out of bounds.
Yeah, on cue, right? So 2 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the first half, and Mount Gilead will be in the bonus the rest of the half.
Emma Wise in the game. Nice pass inside to Netzel. And Zoe Netzel, all of a sudden, probably your MVP candidate right now.
Yeah, she's double figures.
11 points.
Mount Gilead with 10 turnovers here in the first half.
Danville's kind of flipped the script on them. I mean, Blue Devils came in 25 turnovers per game.
And only 8 today. Very methodical in the offense, but they're all, like you said, moving. It's got really nice flow and another nice pass.
A nice catch, too. Wide receiver out there with Netzel, and she's going to the free throw line because of it.
She actually is probably taller than any of the Browns receivers, so that is a good analogy. First foul of the game against the home team.
Speaking of the Browns, their new head coach is going to be hosting a show on the OH.REPORT tonight.
Yeah.
Joe Bailoff for the Joe Show, our exclusive basketball coverage, even though the Cleveland Browns may get a mention. You can watch that at 9:30 today.
Must see.
Must see, yeah. And if you're a KMAC fan, Gavin Toombs will be on for Around the Arena with Joe. So a little conversation with Gavin as they are 9-0 on the season. Netzel goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's 27-16.
Is this a season high for her? I have no idea. 13 points, pretty good.
I feel like we'll get a chance to ask her at the end of the game.
They have their biggest lead of the game now by 11, does Danville.
Neal finds Baltz. Good drive by her, but a foul before the shot.
That will be 2 free throws.
So she'll get the free throws nonetheless. Wasn't a shooting foul.
Danville definitely the more aggressive defensive team so far today. Hasn't hurt them yet, but let's see what happens here in the last minute 15.
First shot off the back iron. Balt frustrated after that. Emma Wise picked up the foul. That's her first, or her second, in fact.
I believe the only person in the game that's got 2 fouls or more.
So Balt splits the pair.
Ten-point lead here. Coach Stotts, he might think about maybe taking some clock, but no.
Neal eyes up the floor, finds a teammate. Brannon inside, short on the layup, and crashing in for the rebound. Netzel tied up with Irwin. Arrow points towards the Indians. 53.1 on the clock as Brannon, short stint out on the floor. She goes back to the bench to make way for Kenley Traynor.
Mount Gilead missed their last 8 attempts from the field. Maybe an inbounds play here, maybe get an open shot.
Ball is stripped. Able to recover it before going across the half-court line. Couple size-up moves from Polcati. Count it and 1. Great take from Danny. That brings it to within 8.
Chance for an and 1. That was a good take. She saw a lane and took it.
So after that basket, she's got 7.
Coach Stott's a little frustrated with the foul situation. 8 fouls to 1. Giving the officials a little of her business.
Offensive rebound gives an extra possession to Mount Gilead. However, it's thrown away quickly. And Lepley with her speed will get out ahead. Just did not focus in on the rim enough. And a jump ball. Stays with Danville. 22 seconds left here in half number one.
I always taught my kids, if you weren't really effective on layups at fast speed like that, do a jump stop. If nothing else, somebody might crash into you.
Wise to the corner with Stotts. See if Danville goes for the basket. Oh, no, they'll throw it out of bounds. So 11.8 on the clock. Mount Gilead seems like they're going to get the last shot.
Yeah, an opportunity here to score the last 3 points, just like they scored the last 6 points of the first quarter. A bucket here could get them score the last 5 of this quarter.
Good closeout by Netzelt. Polcati, wild shot. Deflected, and the buzzer will sound without a response for Danville. But they've got enough points to take an 8-point lead into the locker rooms. Danville 27, Mount Gilead 19. Blue Devils looking for their second win of the season and their second win in the KMAC as well. We'll take a break and come back with some halftime numbers on the OH Report.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to watch The Joe Show every Wednesday night. I'm back.
Time for your halftime show, presented to you by Martin County Jobs and Family Services. Jonathan Langdon alongside Craig Faldy. Shout out to our other sponsors as well, bringing you tonight's live and free coverage. Eight Sisters Bakery, located at exit 151, just off 71 North in Mount Gilead. Also, Mike Sayers Farms, local farm, family farm. Mike farms with his 4 sons and specializes in grain farming and raising beef and pork. They sell meat directly from their farm to your table. You can call 419-210-0322 for any inquiries. Have you ever bought meat straight from the farm?
Straight from the farm, only when I used to live in Worcester. We had a neighbor farmer.
That feels like it always hits a different way when you buy it straight from the farm.
It is, absolutely.
Well, shout out to Mike Sayers and the farms over there. Also, shout out to Labor's Local 1216. Feel the power of local union 1216, serving members in North Central Ohio and work with workplace safety, protection, training, and more. You can find out more online on their website and Facebook page in the description of this broadcast. Also, shout out to Avita Home Health and Hospice, Knox Community Hospital, and the Killbuck Savings Bank. So you're looking at the score on your screen, 27-19 in favor of Danville, and the Blue Devils are 1-10. If you didn't tune in with us for the pregame show, it's been a rough start to the season, but they're starting to pick it up. They had a big win over East Knox last week, and here they are putting on a show on the road against Mount Gilead.
Yeah, just coming up a couple tough losses as well is Danville. Every game seems to be getting closer and closer, captured a win like you said. Last time they played Mount Gilead very well. Right now, they're looking like the better team, but that's only for the first half tonight.
And it's been hot shooting from deep. I mean, they went 5 of 12 from 3, and also just overall forcing Mount Gilead into a bunch of turnovers. They're winning that battle 11-9. It's been rough in that part of this game.
And playing very clean defense, only committed 1 foul the entire half.
Well, that's Mount Gilead.
Mount Gilead, yeah.
Just 1 foul. But Danville's had 8, and because of that, that's kind of helped Mount Gilead stay even closer in this one. I mean, it's an 8-point game, but it could be even bigger if it's not for those fouls, and Mount Gilead shooting 6 of 9 from the line.
Yeah, they did get those 6 freebies, as we call them, from the free throw line. But just, I don't know what you say at halftime to stay the course. Hard to say, just keep making your shots. But we talked at the beginning, as have both teams struggled to score, and tonight they both came out shooting really well. But Mount Gilead did go through a streak there where they only hit 1, I believe, of their last 11 shots.
So Mount Gilead will start with the basketball here to get the third quarter going. So Craig Faldy and I are going to be on a bunch of KMAC games this week. If you missed it yesterday, we were over at the Castle in Northmore. Fredericktown Freddies on the boys' side are 9-0 after their win over Northmore. It was a 59-41 victory as Zane Luckmeyer, the junior for the Freddies, led the way with 18 points. Gavin Toombs, Blake Sipes, Carson Reinhart, all of the other stars on that team were certainly a big help too as Mount Gilead turns it over just 4 seconds into the third quarter.
Yeah, that was a quick one. But yeah, the game last night, the score didn't really indicate how close that was. There late in the third quarter, it was a pretty close game.
So already turnover number 12 for Mount Gilead here in this game. We'll say it again, Danville, their hot 3-point shooting is what has helped them jump out to this lead. Can they keep that going? Stotts will try one. And there's your answer.
I just like their fluid moment on offense. They're always moving. Girls are getting lost, but the defensive players are getting lost behind. Getting a lot of free shots.
Solid take from Bailey Bolt. Misses the shot, gets her own rebound. And here goes Polcati. She responds. Second 3 of the day for her.
And she's up to 12 points tonight.
Stotts hit the 3 for Danville on their last possession. She's number 3 in black. She's got 8 points after that 3 that dropped. Netzel leading all scorers with 13. Works her way inside. Too hard off the glass. Carter fighting for the board. It's last off her. Going the other way. So Danville, their last game, of course, they lost. They lost to Newark Catholic. It was a really close game, 55-54. The game before that is the one we've been referencing throughout the broadcast where they beat East Knox. I believe it was 36-34 in that game, so back-to-back close games. And here's a fast break opportunity for the Blue Devils. Lepley's bumped, and a tie-up with Neal.
It'll stay here for the visiting Danville. As you said, their record is deceptive when you watch them play, and their success here just in the last week has been a far improvement from 25.
Neal with a nice pass in the secondary for Mount Gilead. Lady Indians trail by 8. Nice pass inside. Irwin fakes it, repositions, can't get the layup to go.
It's a nice give and go there for the moment. She just had herself a little off balance.
I mean, even that was good patience because a lot of players would rush that and take it. But it was also good defense by Danville. And how about the offensive glass for Carter? 10-point lead for Danville again. And it looks like an inbound violation on Traynor is going to give this right back to the Blue Devils. So Carter lays in the bucket and, ooh, yeah, just slipped up on the.
Yeah, just an unforced error right there.
Quick three out of the inbound. Hackman misses. Long rebound for Lepley. Lob over top. Carter can't finish. Great pass, however, to set her up.
It's two really nice passes on both ends. Neither one ended up in a score, though.
Kendall Neal getting aggressive. Misses on her runner inside. And Traynor with a big walk as she was just trying to stay away from a couple Blue Devils.
Just trying to avoid contact there and took that one extra dance hop.
I mean, when you look at when you think back on the offense we've seen from both of these teams, we've seen some impressive shots, some impressive makes.
That's a good passing all the way around, good patience.
Oh, there goes that.
There goes.
We've had some horribly timed comments today.
Yeah.
As Mount Gilead's going to take over here. It's part of the job. It's a part of the job.
Oh, yeah.
I will never forget the first game that we ever announced, or I say we, I ever announced with the OH Report. I was over at Fredericktown, and it was a non-conference game against Highland. I said we because my color commentator was one of my roommates in college. As Traynor gets inside here, and it looks like she's going to get fouled and head to the line. But one of my roommates in college, he was on a call with me, and he made the comment, I think Highland had went up maybe like 8 or 9 points in the fourth quarter. He said, it looks like Highland's starting to run away with this ball game. And then all of a sudden, right, like a switch flipped in Fredericktown, they storm all the way back. They take a 3-point lead. Now, Highland ultimately ended up winning the game. They actually hit a buzzer beater.
Oh, nice.
They hit a buzzer beater basically from the 10-foot volleyball line at the horn. It was one of the best games I've ever seen. As Traynor knocks down the first and second. So that just kind of summarizes the fact that it's part of the job that we have some horribly timed comments.
Yeah, just when you think you got it down pat, somebody surprises you. Could have thought they could have called a walk, but
starting to look like the third quarter of the JV game that we saw earlier as Coach Balt calls a timeout to break that up. But here's that whole sequence again.
That whole sequence was something.
Balt ended up with the ball, and I was surprised they didn't call a travel on her. She was starting to roll.
Yeah, he took advantage. I don't know if she had control to be able to call timeout. The coach called it, the official gave it to her, but the ball was not secured by either one of the teams. That comes down to communication between the officials if you want to overturn that.
Even third quarter so far, 5-5. Shout out a couple more comments here. Very active comment section today. Thanks to everyone. Danville Athletics in the chat. I know that's Jill Lyons. Shout out to her. She says, go blue. Carolyn cheering on Cass, as is Deb, Cassidy Irwin. She's trying to post up in the near side. Wakati looked her way, ends up keeping it around the perimeter.
Now, Mount Gilead's just kind of sneakily still in the game. Been down by 10 a couple different times. Now down by 8.
Nice poke away by Carter. Lepley scoops up the loose change, takes it the other way, short on the layup. Rebound Carter, both sides of the floor putting in some work. Gets another rebound, kicks it out. Hackman for three. No good. Carter again inside. She's fouled. She'll head to the line. Saw one of those sequences in the first half with Mount Gilead getting a bunch of offensive rebounds, and Danville returns the favor.
Yeah, I think there was about 3 of them there back to back to back.
Also, as I was looking at the live stream, seeing comments and people that have joined, it seems like an influx of Netzelts have joined the live stream. Must have hit the family chat that she's having a pretty good game.
Everybody's got to be a part of it, right? Everybody's got to be a part of it. That's awesome.
Carter knocks down the first free throw. Second one also in. Back to a 10-point lead. If you are just joining, leading scorer of the game is Zoe Netzelt with 13. Hit 3 threes in the first half. And she's rode that to a pretty solid performance today.
Yeah, good defense, good passing, everything all around.
Ball fed inside, kicked out to the right wing. Bolcati shifts around the defense. She's blocked, but a bump in the back from Netzelt.
It looks like it just had her hand on her lower torso there. Got a great block on top, but it's what you do on the bottom.
That foul is going to go actually on Carter. That'll be her first. You'll take that because it would have been Zoe's second. Well, Danny's been busy at the line. Knocks down the first.
That gives her a high of 13 on her squad.
And cannot take the game lead. Misses that second free throw. 3.5 to go in the third. Hand off to Lepley. Thought about the three. She'll step it back, keep the ball moving. Netzelt to Hackman. Zoe was open for a moment inside, just could not find a lane to her. Stotts with some pressure and a timeout called by Danville. It looked like it may have been a 5-second call on the way.
Yeah, it was a good call by the coach right there. Got plenty of timeouts left.
That was her first.
Yep, so you got 4 more. Good call, don't have an unforced turnover.
So you're watching head coach Bree Stotts in her second season lead this team that definitely took a stoop down in recent years. They had 11 straight winning years, and all of a sudden it's turned into these 2 seasons where they're just trying to find their footing again. 2 wins in the last 2 seasons. They went 1-20 last year. But I mean, they're up by 9 right now. So I mean,
yeah, and improving, and they're going to have everybody back next year. So
and
maybe the start of another 11 years next year.
And they've got everybody left to play too in the KMAC. I mean, it's the luxury of how things work out. And now you're in the second rotation of KMAC play.
Yep.
You learn from all of those losses that you took.
Yep. Build a little bit of confidence if you can secure this nice road win.
First action for Sierra Shields, number 20 for in black. Flashes towards the basketball. Stotts zips it far side. Lepley given space to shoot, decides to drive on Polcati. Cut off well, works it over to Hackman. Dangerous pass to Netzelt. And precious time ticking off this clock.
I'd like to see Netzelt try to get a post move of some sort. Use that 6'1" frame. He's got very long arms to boot.
Shields dangerous pass to Lepley. Dives back on the floor and then throws it away. Easiest steal of the year for Kendall Neal. Kendall kicks to the corner. Quick trigger from Whipple, no good. Brandon reverse layup. Misses that, gets another rebound, and she's fouled on her kick out.
That three-pointer was just a pass, Jonathan.
That's what I was about to say. She found Charlie Brandon right where she wanted to get her. And from the very little I've seen from Charlie Brandon, number 5, I've liked what I've seen. She's been aggressive. She's also set good screens, just as she did right there for Polcati inside. And a timeout by Danville.
Yeah, she's always doing the little things you don't notice. Coach's dream. A 7-point game. Mount Gilead just not going away.
So that is 2 timeouts in quick succession for Danville. Coach Balt chatting away with her team in her first official season. She took over as the interim coach halfway through last year. And they saw great success with her. I mean, they finished 10-13. It was a rough start for Mount Gilead, but they kind of evened out towards the end of the season.
Yeah, and then they've had success this year, somewhat.
Both Mount Gilead and Danville both lost in the sectional finals a season ago in the tournament.
First time of the night, we're having a 2-2-1 full court press by Mount Gilead.
Just throwing something new at the Blue Devils, and they travel off of it.
Love seeing those coaching changes at timeouts.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I mean, I remember they called a timeout. They got points off of the timeout. Now, Danville called the timeout, but still, Coach Balt was able to throw something at Danville to benefit out of it. Floater inside for Mount Gilead as they're starting to creep closer. It's a 5-point game. It's Kendall Neal's first points of the game. Nice dish and stride.
That was a nice press breaker, almost.
Shields cannot finish, and Brandon with another nice rebound draws a foul.
That is the 4th foul on the visiting Lady Devils.
And hey, Craig, this is turning into a solid game here as we've got about a minute and a half left in the third.
Yeah, just 5-point lead. Now the Mount Gilead is in the bonus the rest of the third quarter here.
And the star power for Mount Gilead is heating up. Polcati's got 15. Kendall Neal just 2, but she just scored those 2 points not too long ago. She finds herself tied up here.
And jump ball will stay with Mount Gilead. Yeah, Polcati's had a quiet 15 points, just been solid all the way from the start of the game to now. Danville's basically straight man-to-man the entire game.
Nice cut to the basket. Polcati's fouled. So if you make 2 of these free throws, it's a 1-possession game.
Coach Stott's getting a little chippy with the differentiation in foul calls. So far, 13 fouls this game against Danville to only 2 against Mount Gilead. 14 free throws to 4.
And it is a 1-possession game as Polcati now has
should have 17.
Yeah. And a steal. Whipple gets it up ahead to Danny. She's blocked, but there is another foul. And Coach Stotts, as we just said, has not been happy with the whistles today. And there's another one.
I take back what I said. It's not been a quiet 17 points. It's now very loud and clear that Polcati is stealing the show.
And it gets scary, especially when you see a team have one player start to break out and they start heating up.
The 2-2-1 press has been impressive.
It is a 1-point game. What will the Blue Devils respond with here in this full court press? Carter beats it, gets inside, misses. Good rebound by Stotts. Forced out to Netzel, they'll reset. Shields back inside. Carter's been the answer today.
She has no fear going up to the hoop like that. Uses her body to her advantage for sure.
She's now got 10 points.
Breaks a streak of 7 consecutive missed field goals.
And there's the hot hand. Polcati with the runner.
She has 21.
There's been a one-player effort here in the second half out of Mount Gilead. Danny Polcati bringing them within one. Lepley spin move inside. Too hard off the glass. Another great rebound from Brandon. And that's how the third quarter will end. So Mount Gilead storms back here in this third. They win that quarter 16-9 as they trail by one, headed to money time.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
It is money time here on the OH Report. Joining us at a great time because we're going to see somebody come out with a big KMAC win here on a Wednesday night. Jonathan Langdon alongside Cray Faldy.
If you can hear the music in the background doing the chop here for Mount Gilead Indians.
And they stormed back to just within one. They have not had the lead yet this entire game, in fact, as Lepley cannot use the glass, and here's that chance to take the lead.
Been down by 7 or 8 points most of the game until the last couple minutes.
Extra step from Neal, it'll be a travel. But Mount Gilead won the third quarter 16-9. And you said it during the break, Cray, that it's been mostly this 2-2-1 that Mount Gilead has introduced here late in this game.
Yeah, it's a passive one, but it's just Danville hasn't found a way to break it now. There's a girl in the middle that we talked about. Unforced, there's forced turnover again.
Back-to-back turnovers. And a wild shot from Stotts.
Danville has suddenly come very cold from the field. One of their last 11.
Neal, no good. Rebound Trainer, that was for the lead. And Carter pulls down another, gets it out to Stotts. #70 watching live and free on Facebook here for the final 6:45 and counting in what looks to be a tight battle to the very end. And off to Stotts, poked away by Whipple, a reset for Danville. Lepley.
Danville has not had a three-point attempt for quite some time.
What a pass into Carter as she threaded the needle between a couple Indians. So free throws coming up.
This will only be the 5th and 6th free throw attempt for Danville tonight. Only the 3rd foul all game against Mount Gilead.
Two shots for Carter. Quiet as the gym has been in a while, and that may have thrown off Brooklyn.
That was like dead silence right there. It was like a moment of silence.
Second shot for Carter. That will go. So now a 3 is needed to take the lead for Mount Gilead. Neal across the timeline. And she drives in, draws contact. So Kendall Neal, she's been late to the offensive scoring chart in this game, but I mean, no better time than now.
Exactly. Picotti's been taking care of all the points necessary so far.
They'll actually call it on the floor. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes, they did. I can see that one again.
Picotti, they can't find her inside this time. She'll relocate to the right wing, open for 3. And you just knew that one was dropping. Mount Gilead, their first lead of the night, comes with 6 minutes to go in the fourth.
24 points for Picotti.
Carter in the zone break, trying to find Wise inside and one. Emma Wise, her first points are big ones. And she sprints to that free throw line. She's excited to get this one up.
Because I want that and one.
She might also want to get that free throw percentage up. She's up to just 25%, 1 for 4 this season. Small sample size.
Very small.
Off the back iron. She'll have to wait another time as Neal gets the rebound. Back in front goes Danville, but they forgot about Whipple in the corner. We're fortunate to see that one miss. Back to Whipple inside. Brannon was not expecting the basketball, but she did draw a foul.
She was posting up, but it was fired in there. It's a good cross-court pass by Picotti. And underneath the basket, 2 fouls each this quarter for Danville and Mount Gilead.
Lobbed over the top. Neal, triple threat position, and a jump ball as Wise got in there, arrow towards Mount Gilead.
Yeah, I thought the official was going to go with the travel on that one, but he got the correct call with the jump ball. Danville by 1.
Neal, catch and shoot. A lot of contact, a foul called after the miss. And Mount Gilead's going to get not 1, not 2, but 3 free throws here with 5.5 to go in the game. And when I tell you, that whistle came basically right as that hit off the rim. Whenever that happens, it makes me think, do they call it just because it didn't go in?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Or say, okay, contact was made after she had landed on the floor, so it's not a shooting foul, potentially. She does miss the first.
And she's got 2 more. She goes 0 for 2. She's got 1 left. I mean, 76% from the line. That's towards the top of the league.
Yeah, she's basically surprised by herself right now.
Best she can do is tie at this point. And she'll do that, rattling it in.
Staying true with that 2-2-1 press. I wouldn't take it off either.
Oh, Neal had an interception that just went right through her hands.
Danville patiently trying to break the press, but still not getting the ball into the middle, which is the easiest way to break a 2-2-1 zone.
Danville heads to the backcourt to get this one in. Netzel quiet.
Netzel has been quiet. I believe no points his second half.
Wise tried to find Carter. Good swat away by Trainer.
I think I'd try to post her up, get her going again.
Well, they've kind of shifted to Carter in the second half, and she's been the one getting the baskets inside. And
yeah, she's up to 11 herself. It's the quietest gym I've ever been in when the game's tied at with 5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah.
I think everybody's too nervous.
Wise the handoff to Lepley. Kendall Lepley shoots it. She's fouled. That'll be the first foul on Picotti today. And Kendall's already at the line ready to shoot.
The crowd was a little disappointed in that call, but from our 100-foot vantage point, it looked like a nice block.
Danville looking to get back in front. They will with a swish. 40-39. And Lepley today has 5. 41-39. Kendall Neal will bring it up the floor. She's sitting on 3 points. She'll refuse the screen, kick it to the corner. Polcati dancing with 24 points. Looking for a foul call, didn't get it. Trainer, rebound, back out Polcati. Waits for a defender. Now she'll go to work on Netzel. Floater in the lane, off to the left.
Well, she's really good and confident about taking that ball to the basket. Just couldn't hit either one of those ones.
Especially in a game where she's got 24 points. She's dealing. So's Carter, as she's open again, misses the shot, but she is headed back to the line. So
it's a nice tandem they got inside right there.
Yeah, they do.
You can get them both double figures every night. They can win a few ball games.
And Coach Stotts was not happy with the fouls in the early part of this game, but now it's starting to add up for Mount Gilead.
Yeah, Mount Gilead 5 this half versus 1 last.
First shot misses.
Well, maybe people should start making noise while she's shooting the free throw. She'd be better off. So quiet in here. Could put Danville up by 3.
And that she does. So after that free throw, she'll take a seat.
Get a break here.
12 points.
Yep.
Yeah. Jinx. 4:10 to go. Mount Gilead. Got to think they'd love to see some open looks. And they got one there from Neal. And it bounces all the way out, last off of MG. Halfway through the fourth quarter, it's been slow moving as both teams try to itch their way to a win.
Oh, Gilead 1 for 7 in their last attempts from the field.
And a timeout from Coach Stotts as it looked like a Blue Devil was trapped in the corner. And if I'm keeping track correctly on these timeouts, we don't have it on the scoreboards here at MG, but I've got Danville for 2 left and Mount Gilead for 3.
I believe you may be correct on that.
So plenty of timeouts at the disposal of Coach Stotts and Coach Balt.
And we're not going to have any issues with fouls to give much. There's only 1 to go. But right now, Danville's in the bonus themselves, and 1 more foul on Danville, and Mount Gilead will be in the bonus. So this game may come down to free throw shooting and who's making them and who's not, potentially.
So looking at the leading scorers for Danville, it is still Zoe Netzel with 13 points, but she has not had any, or maybe 2 early on in the third quarter. I think she had 11 at the half.
Yeah,
no, she had 13.
I think she had 13 and a half, so yeah, she's been shut up. But I'm not, honestly, I'm not sure if she's even taking a shot.
Yeah.
She had those wide open threes in the first half. Had a couple post moves inside earlier.
They've gone the way of Brooklyn Carter as of late. She's got 12. She's sitting on the bench right now. And then also Kenzie Stotts. She's got 8. And then 5 points for Kendal Lepley, who's typically their leading scorer. So kind of what we expected if Danville was going to come out to a win. Some other stars needed to step up. They have today. See if they can finish it off.
Going with that straight man-to-man instead of that off of that press.
Long 3, no good for Samples in the corner. Now on the other side for Mount Gilead, Danielle Polcati, who has it right here, has 24 points. Crossover move, kick inside, Brandon fouled. And Charlie Brandon, the freshman, will shoot 2.
Doesn't play like a freshman at all, does she? She's in the mix in almost every possession one way or another.
If you put her minutes equal to some of the other forwards that they play regularly, she'd probably be leading this game in rebounding. First shot is in.
Yeah, she shot that with pure confidence, that's for sure.
Second one, line drive off the back iron. Trainer fighting for the rebound. Netzel able to rip it away. Danville up by 2 with the basketball. Stotts. It's hard on her drive. Now a lob inside taken out by Mount Gilead.
They tried to get her that lob pass inside, but looked like they had 2 or 3 girls converging on her at the same time. Maybe here on the inbounds, just throw it high.
4-low look, that's exactly what they do. Cut off, hands it off, samples, gives it to Lepley. Lepley 5 points here in the game. Kendall crossover, loses her dribble. Volcati will put on pressure. Steal, and now the other way. Trainer dishes it off. Danny's got 26. And we're tied.
26 of the 42, tie game with 2:30 to go.
1-2-2s here from Mount Gilead. Trying to force another turnover,
right
get
there
back
in the
in
middle.
the lead.
That's what you do.
Netzelt steps out for 3. Maybe rush that shot. Sample saves it in, and Danville gets after the loose ball and a foul. And that will send the Blue Devils into the bonus. Kenzie Stotts will have a chance to become the 3rd Blue Devil to hit double figures in scoring.
A couple substitutions coming here for Danville.
Needs to make both. Misses the first. Carter back in. Also, Hackman comes into the game for defensive purposes.
Getting their full size back on the court.
Second shot, a swish. Danville back up by 1. Just about 30 minutes played here in this game. That means we've got 2 to go. As Polcati inside looking for contact, does not get a foul call.
Yeah, looks like she kind of forced that one just a little bit. Both teams in the bonus right now, just to keep that in mind.
And shout out to our producer, Adam Thompson. We have a bonus button on our scoreboard, so you can see both teams in the bonus. And a double dribble from Danville gives it back to Mount Gilead here in a big moment.
Well, averaging 25 turnovers per game on the season. That was only their 17th of the night, but you don't want to do them now with 1:40 to go.
Every possession matters at this point. Neal hands off to Brandon, not looking to shoot. She'll give it away to Whipple. Whipple straight line drive out to
That could have been a
Polcati.
call on travel potentially, but officials let that go.
Hackman deflects it out.
Gave her a full 2 steps on that one. 1, 2. Yeah, she got rid of the ball just in time, right?
She was wearing a Cleveland Cavaliers uniform. No one would be even asking.
Yeah, they'd give her one more.
And a foul in a big moment as they thought they picked Trainer clean, but then as Kenley continued to fight for the ball, she does draw contact, and now she's going to shoot for a chance to tie, and if she makes both, take the lead.
Yeah, that's their 19th foul of the game versus 7 for Mount Gilead.
And that's exactly how you want to start that trip to the free throw line. She ties it here. Can she put him back in front? No. Carter the rebound. Brandon in there forcing a jump ball.
Ooh.
And
You're a little quick on the call, maybe.
Danville has the arrow, but that is huge for later on.
Yeah, possession will now go to flip back to Mount Gilead. Breaking the press in the middle like we've preached all night.
Stotts into Carter. The layup is good. Danville back in the lead.
Textbook way of breaking a 2-2-1 press.
Carter takes the game lead now with 14 points. And a timeout from Coach Balt. And correction, not a game lead, but a team lead for Danville. She's got 14. So Mount Gilead calls it. Both teams down with 2 timeouts to go. 54.5 seconds left. And it's been a great game to get us to this point. Danville pretty much leading most of the way until Mount Gilead took the lead for a short moment at the beginning of the 4th quarter. So about 26 minutes of basketball with Danville in front.
Yeah, they were down, had a deficit of 11 points there in the 3rd quarter, did Mount Gilead. Fought their way back to only being down by 1 at the end of the quarter. have taken the lead a couple, 3 times here in the fourth. And now we're here in a 1-possession game. Both teams in the bonus. Both teams I now believe have 2 timeouts. Is that correct?
That is correct. These two teams, these two schools this year have played some really, really tight contests. We were here for the boys game between Danville and Mount Gilead.
Yep.
Came down to a 3-pointer in the corner from Ashton Spalding for Danville to get a win there right here on this gym. Danville girls looking to do the same. Difference is they lead by 2 right now. Ball lobbed inside, dangerous one to Irwin, able to control it. Neal in the corner, swings it to Whipple, and a nice pass to Trainer. The form shooting does not go.
40 seconds with the lead.
They've got the rebound, no fouls yet. Crossover move from Lepley. Dangerous pass inside and a foul before the pass, but the bonus will send Lepley to the stripe.
Opportunity to make it a 2-score game if she makes both.
But look at all the time that ticks off the clock here as a nice crossover move gave Lepley some space, and with 33.4 seconds left.
We love it when kids are aggressive like that, but I'm not sure. You're up by 2 with the ball. Turned out to work out well for him. She could have pulled the ball out, but she thought she had a lane and took advantage of it.
Would be huge here if she can make this one. Give her 7 points on the friendly bounce here at the reservation. Now Gilead's got to work quick. Both teams with 2 timeouts left as Whipple takes the basketball on the left wing.
You gotta look for your score.
Jumps to the ball, picks up her dribble, gives to Trainer, it's stolen. Lepley, just herself in front of the basket, she'll lay it home. 6-point lead with 15 seconds left. Now you really got to hurry.
Yeah, you got to pull up and shoot.
Polcati inside, a whistle. And the clock stops at 8.4. You just got to try to make both of these free throws. It's a 2-possession game, but you can't do one of those miss and attempt a 3. You just got to take all the points here if you can get them, but Danny misses the first. And now a timeout from Danville.
Good timeout by coach. Make sure the girls aren't. You don't want to have any silly fouls here. You can almost, there's enough time left, or not enough time where you could let them go all the way down the court and score, and time will run out when the ball goes out of bounds.
That might be your play of the game right there, as Kendall Lepley was able to strip Trainer at the top of the of the key, strips it out just herself in the rim, stays composed to finish the layup, and it's a 6-point game. Could end up being 5 if Polcati can make this free throw here.
Yeah, I would have rather seen Polcati maintain possession of the ball there and not give it up. She's the one with 26 points. She needs to start, make something happen at that point, but she gave it up, hopefully to get it back, I'm sure. But that's when the ball got stolen and may have iced the game.
I think the Danville Lady Blue Devils may be fans of us here at the OH Report because it's 2 broadcasts, 2 wins potentially here if they could finish things out.
Yes, we need to get some of those Danville sponsors on board, right?
Yes, absolutely. 8.4 on the clock. Polcati's got 26. Just want to see her make this if you're Mount Gilead. Misses it, rebound, nets out. Hackman dribbles around a couple defenders, and ultimately a foul with about 3 seconds left. But I think that may have done it.
That'll do it. 2.8 seconds left, up by 2 possessions, and honestly, you could purposely miss these, and they wouldn't be able to get down and score.
Everybody back for Danville.
Yep.
Just don't want to risk any fouls on the rebound. But it will be Kelsey Hackman who makes the first free throw, gets Danville to 50.
It's a 50-point mark.
If she can make this one, she will end the day with her jersey number, 4 points.
And 4 fouls. Trifecta.
Couldn't get it. Neal will dribble this out, and Danville's got a big upset on the road. Last time they beat Mount Gilead, it was January 2024. Well, it's January 2026, and the Blue Devils are now 2-10 as they get a huge win here over Mount Gilead. Danville basketball gets a sweep here in this gym. Both the boys and the girls win here in Mount Gilead. We'll take a break, come back. Your MVP will join us momentarily on the OH Report.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to watch The Joe Show every Wednesday night. I'm back.
Time now for your Laborers Local MVP here in the OH Report. Brooklyn Carter with a solid 14-point performance as her Lady Blue Devils get their second win of the year, and it's coming in waves here this season. It's been a great week for you guys. I mean, you take down East Knox on the road, and here against Mount Gilead on the road, something about purple has felt good for you guys this weekend. But I mean, that second half, you guys really impressed. You lost the rebound battle 15-9 in the first half. You come out, get 18 boards in that final part of the game. Inside, what was it like just having your way?
Oh, it was great. I mean, we had all of our guards out there giving us the ball when we needed the ball, and all of our guards did great. I want to give them a big shout out because every single one of them worked their butt off tonight. And in the paint, with me and Zoe in there, we always work so hard together to get it done.
Yeah, brag on Zoe a little bit more. She had such a great start to the game. I mean, 3 triples fall, and she just kind of rode that into the rest of the game.
Yeah, she had a great game tonight. I'm so proud of her. We've been telling her to start hitting threes and shoot because we know she can, and we're really proud that she started doing that tonight.
All right, well, Brooklyn, congratulations to you. I mean, take me through the rest of the year. Of course, the record doesn't look great right now. Yeah. It was a rougher start to the season, but these wins, it's got to feel better going to practice every day.
It really does. Going to practice every day now feels it almost doesn't feel like a chore anymore. It feels exciting, and you really want to be there now. And the rest of the year, we're like I said last time, we're going to keep going up, and I'm really proud of us tonight.
Yeah, love to hear that. Congratulations to you. We're going to get you out of here. It was the later end of the game, but go ahead and give your shout-outs.
I want to shout out all my girls on the team. I want to shout out our 2 managers, Cora and Mia, and I want to shout out all my coaches and my mom. It's her birthday, so happy birthday, Mom. I love you. And I want to shout out all my family and everybody who supports me. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Carter. Brooklyn's going home with a win. Congratulations.
Thank you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Wrapping up the post-game show here, brought to you by Morrow County Jobs and Family Services. A tough loss if you're the home crowd tonight. Mount Gilead falls to Danville, a team that gets their 2nd win in the KMAC, 2nd win in the entire season, and it was kind of written in the cards. I mean, they beat East Knox not too long ago. They had a tight battle with Newark Catholic, and I think Brooklyn Carter, who just talked with us, said it the best. I mean, practice doesn't feel like a chore anymore for these girls. It just feels like they've got new life after these wins.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And they're going to be looking forward to getting more practice and winning more games through the season. A nice thing about this whole group, a bunch of juniors, right? So everybody's going to be coming back next year. So just keep building like you are building right now. And the KMAC has been put on notice that this isn't an easy win anymore.
Absolutely. 27-30 in the rebound battle. They lose that despite the win. And I mean, I brought it up with Brooklyn that they won the rebound battle in the second half. It was just such a slower start in that regard. But still, I mean, even without having that rebounding aspect going for you, which has been there all season long, they had as big of a lead as 11 early in this game.
Yo, and Ed, even into the third quarter. So the thing is what kind of resilience does that show you? I mean, they lost the lead a couple different times in the fourth quarter, but battled back at the end and end up winning by 7, which is kind of the average amount that they're ahead most of the game anyway.
Both of these teams have tough games coming up. Danville will head back on the road against Centerburg. However, they're road warriors right now. Both of their wins have been on the road at East Knox and at Mount Gilead. So you know they're looking forward to that. We'll be there on the call for that game.
Yes, we will.
So it'll be intriguing
looking forward to that one because they play better in their black uniforms.
Yeah, so that'll be on Saturday. Also on Saturday, Mount Gilead. They're going to be right back here at home. I believe we'll also have that here on the OH.REPORT against Northmore here at home. I'm not sure if that game's still going on. I think the boys got postponed for
the funeral.
Yeah, for the funeral. So that may also be the same for the girls. So, but we'll check up on that, let you know on our social medias as well. But you see the quarter-by-quarter scoring. Danville gets a nice 50-43 win. Hey, late night, late finish to this one. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm completely content with the game we got here tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jonathan Langdon alongside Cray Faldy. Also, Dylan Farrell, your camera operator. And Cray, go ahead and give you the floor. Any final comments?
It's just nice to see Danville come away with another win in the KMAC. No game is going to be easy in the KMAC the rest of the year. The league top to bottom, you don't know what's going to happen. Looking forward to the continued great efforts by both the boys and the girls here in the KMAC soon.
And specifically on the girls' side, I think it's going to be one of the more exciting KMAC seasons that we have ever seen. I mean, I predict my take on the podcast was that we may see a 4-loss KMAC champion this year.
It is potential. There's just numerous teams that you don't know who's going to knock off who, and tonight was a perfect example by Danville. Great win on the road.
So that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a great rest of your night. We will see you in Danville for a boys game this Friday as they take on East Knox in the first edition of the Devil Dog game on the basketball court. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you then.